Hello friends, welcome to this vlog. In this vlog, we are going to see how to strategize your plan for your Niper 2021 exam, important things on which you have to focus on, subject-wise preparation, what to pick up from a particular subject, and a bit info about the Niper exam. So to get an idea of all this, watch the video till the end. Niper 2021 preparation strategy, time management, and important to focus on. So before we move on to our preparation strategies and all that, let me tell about myself that my name is Pratik Deshpande, student at Niper Hyderabad, pursuing MS in Pharmaceutical Analysis. My GPAT 2020 All India rank was 86 and Niper 2020 All India rank was 195. So might be knowing the difference of GPAT and Niper, but let's discuss here that total questions in GPAT are 125, that in Niper they are 200 MCQs. The time duration for GPAT it's 3 hours, for in Niper it's 2 hours, means 120 minutes. In that 120 minutes you have to solve in 200 questions, so very less time is there to solve in question, but don't get hesitate because the questions are easy compared to the GPAT, that one is able to solve the question in a time. Approximately 36 seconds you are just getting to solve in one question, and easily you just can solve up the questions in this time, because questions are very superficial and morely they are just based on basic knowledge, and bit concept based questions you just find simply you just can tackle them by in a single read. So what to study for Niper, which book one must refer, and what particularly one must focus on. Let's see one by one all these questions. So what to study for Niper? So nothing much new you have to study for Niper. All the things that you studied for your GPAT, same only you have to continue. In multi aspects, basically a basic knowledge you have to carry. Basic knowledge, some basic things you have to clear. Some concepts if not been clear during the GPAT, just clear up that concept in this time gap which you are just getting to prepare for the Niper. As Niper paper is concept based, questions are superficial, but basic knowledge must for question solving, as the time is also less, just 2 hours and 200 questions. Looking subject wise, then best book I will firstly suggest that Lachman and Martin are the best book. Lachman is like as an holy book which is for a religion, same Lachman is in like that book only as an holy book for the pharmaceutical science. Then tablet, capsule, aerosol, sterile product, dissolution, preformulation, emulsion, suspension, semi-solid, suppository, rheology, interfacial phenomenon, micromeritics and NDDS, etc. In that tablet capsule you are knowing that it's an important. Then NDDS, new drug development system, is an important. Martin is here important. Foreign Martin I have just given in description box the 2 PDF I have given, in which marked lines and marked important things from Martin I have given. Just read it, it will just help up you. Next, coming to the pharmacology, their classification of drugs acting on ANS, CNS, CVS, respiratory system. Here I just forget to mention, but hypoglycemic drugs you have to do. Hypoglycemic and anti-cancerous morely you have to focus. For wow, I will give the reason for in latter part why you have to do the anti-cancerous and hypoglycemic drugs. But ANS, CNS, CVS is important. Autocoids, diuretics, hypolipidemic drugs, drugs for constipation, antimicrobial, immunosuppressant, adverse effect and some special use and antidotes of the drugs you have to do. Under the engineering, biopharmaceutics and microbiology, instrumental part, the principle, the working you have to do in engineering, that of filtration, centrifugation, size reduction, separation, evaporation, distillation and drying. In biopharmaceutics, ADME, compartment modeling, protein binding, control release drug delivery system. The control release drug delivery system is very important that you have to do. Then biopharmaceutical classification system, BCS. Then in that class 1 to class 4, with that and examples coming under the class 1 to class 4 you have to do it. Under the microbiology, hypersensitivity reactions, vaccines and sera, the preparation and new advancement technology in that. sterilization, disinfection, isolation, identification and morphology of bacteria is important. Coming to the biochemistry, biotechnology part, vitamin, enzyme, amino acid, carbohydrate identification test. In that identification test is an important urea cycle, HMP pathway, citric acid cycle, glycolysis, PCR technique, blotting techniques and DNA. The DNA model you have to study properly. In that the types of the DNA model that you have to do. Coming to the pharmacognosy part, only the botanical names, some important chemical components of specific drugs, in that alkaloid, glycoside, terpenoid, lipids, carbohydrates from animal and plant origin. Next is the analysis. Under the analysis, instrumental part, problems from UV and the IR is very important. Under the UV you will getting the problems like lambda max calculation of a compound by Woodward-Fisher rule. Then in numbers of vibration calculations in IR is an important for linear and non-linear compound. Then IR range are very important because in Niper they just can ask directly the IR range of a specific compound. So the range you have to just by heart. Then UV, IR, atomic absorption spectroscopy, you are having the flame photometry, NMR, mass spectrometry, these are important. The principal instrumental part, the sample preparation part is also very important. Under the IR, the sample preparation part is very important. Then detectors are the important, coming under the UV, IR and other spectrometry and spectroscopic techniques. General chromatography, in that HPLC GC is very important. In that solid phase, stationary phase and the mobile phase. The difference and the components which are used in stationary and mobile phase is important. Principal instrumental part, the detector part in HPLC GC is very important. Then the planar chromatography, your paper and PLC is important. Then basics of Van Timmer's equation is important. Titration techniques and their indicators are very important because many indicators are directly being asked using in titration techniques of an acid base titration it may be, and other titration techniques. Under the organic chemistry, the part via which I just gone during my Niper preparation and also the GPAT preparation, only the name reaction I have did during my preparation, not much of an organic chemistry. In that stereochemistry, resonance, mesomerism, even E2 reaction, SN1, SN2 reaction, RS configuration is very much important. And other the name reactions are, you have to just go with all this which I have just mentioned, and if some many more you have to add in that. How the reaction goes and what the product and the reactants are, that you have to came across and learn under this organic chemistry name reactions. Then comes to the general awareness for aptitude questions and GK. General awareness, current affairs you have to must be knowing. COVID pandemic, then FDA approved drugs, important days and advancement in field of pharmacy. FDA approved drug is very important here. From 2019 to 2020 and 2021, the drugs which are approved in this recent year that you have to go forward. Then aptitude question, basic mathematics and bit tricky mind is necessary because questions are simply like finding a next number in a sequence. So by getting the sequence, how the sequence is, you just can find the next number in a sequence. Then GK, then pharma companies names and their owners you have to keep in your mind. Normally the Indian companies and their owners you have to be knowing. Then the names of some national and international organizations. Coming to the jurisprudence, schedules A to Z, O, M, F and C schedule are important. Within that, important acts and their establishment years. Clinical trials from phase 0 to phase 4. ICH guidelines Q1 to Q14. In that, the focus area of a Niper Hyderabad is in cancer, diabetic drugs, some inflammation, infectious disease and rare disease. So I was suggesting that go on more focus on have on cancer, anti-cancers and diabetic drug, and have an overlook of these things simply. That will just help up to solve the questions. It just arises on such basis in an exam. Studying sucks, but success is sweet. That you know. If you like my video, then do like it, share it. If you're new on my channel, then don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.